Hey everybody! Thanks for coming back to Specialist of Nothing, where we talk about anything and everything. Here, as always, with me is Danny and Joe. You guys want to say what's up?
Yo,
Oh, it's gonna
aliens!
get weird tonight. It's gonna
Joe,
get
what's on your
weird.
mind? What's on
I've
your mind,
been
Joe?
wanting this episode for so long, Danny.
A lot of
Oh,
people actually
Danny.
wanted this episode. So Mandela Effect was one, and Aliens was another episode where the listeners wanted to hear it. So here it is, guys,
Tonight,
ladies and gentlemen.
aliens.
Yeah, we're talking about aliens.
It's gonna get weird.
You like my shirt?
Love it. That is from Mars Attacks, a very good film. Very
Just for
funny.
the people that don't know, like, because we've talked a little bit.
Ask me if I believe in them, though.
Joe, do you believe?
We've talked about this for a while tonight. Danny has said that's from Mars Attacks about like 18 times already.
I just need you guys to be sure you're understanding of what movie it's from.
We know where it's from, Daniel.
We get it.
Alien
We get
planet.
it.
Alien planet. Extraterrestrial. Frank, tell them what that means.
All right, so Frankopedia, we'll start it out quick.
Frankopedia.
We'll blow it out of the water quick.
What's an alien?
So an
What's an
alien,
extraterrestrial?
well, let's say an alien is just technically an external to a thing. So someone that like is not from where they are in the current state of where they are. So if they're in America, they are from somewhere else, or they could be from another planet but on Earth, or blah blah blah. Extraterrestrial life is a hypothetical life which may occur outside Earth and which did not originate on Earth, such life might range from simple procreates to intelligent beings and even sapient beings, possibly being fourth civilizations which might be far more advanced than humanity. I don't believe that part of it. I think that aliens out there are not that far advanced in intelligence. I think that they're just as intelligent as we are, and that they just can't get off their planet to go here. I think that all the video we have is doctored, and that they're out there, but they just can't get here like we can't get there. That's my opinion.
Joe, what do you got to say about
It's a
that?
pretty wild imagination you got there, Frank.
Bro, you're telling me in all the space and all the everything, and you don't believe in no.
I don't think that there is
No life form.
anything out there. Nothing smarter than us, if that. Not even close.
There's no other, not even a person or whatever. No creature, no other animals,
No
wolf,
creature.
dog,
So like
this and that. Like on any
when-
other planet, there's nothing else that's living
No
at
other
all
life
possible.
form.
Nope.
In the
Nothing.
millions and thousands and trillions of miles that are out there in the open infinite space. Nope. Nothing.
Nothing
Just
that's
us. We're the
worth my
lucky one
attention at
lonely
all
thing.
whatsoever. Yeah, absolutely, man.
So-
So planet Earth.
Here's what I
Well, wait,
think about
Earth is in such a
extraterrestrials.
perfect
Wait, wait, wait.
spot.
This is a
Okay.
different question though.
Wait.
where
I want to hear what Joe
this-
wants to say. Go ahead.
The Earth is in such a perfect one in a zillion spot between the sun and the moon, and we're perfectly aligned. And
Mm-mm.
the rotation, we don't spin too fast. We have the way the tides are in the
sick
moon.
and we wait.
going too fast.
In
How the
our
sun doesn't
and
burn
our
us.
moon. Our sun and our moon is not the only sun and moon. So we're in the middle of our sun and our moon. So you don't think there's another
Right,
planet in the
yes.
middle of
Perfectly
another sun and
placed.
moon that could possibly
Yes, but
be
that's
whatever?
the-
our
that's
solar
not-
system.
It's not in a good enough spot to habitat a
Who?
race.
Who?
That's real narcissistic. They're not as perfect as us.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're not though.
They're
There's
not.
Hear me out. Okay.
So wait, no,
Wait,
because
wait,
I wanted
wait,
to ask
wait,
him this.
wait.
Hold on.
But I want.
Do you think the difference though? So you said you don't think that there is anything out there, but do you
No,
hope
I
there's
just
something
don't.
out there? Because there's a
I
difference in
do.
saying that you
Listen,
hope and that you know what I mean?
I do hope there is something out there. That'd be fucking crazy.
But you don't.
That would be
believe
cool.
there
That would be,
is.
you know what I'm saying? But I just don't think there is. I don't think there is at all whatsoever. There's just been no proof. It's all assumptions or hypothesis or just pure imagination. And I think it was a Hollywood pickup. And I
But where
just
did it
don't.
come from? Where did it come from? If it's a Hollywood pickup and there's ads about it, there's movies, there's TV shows, this idea had to be so universal around the world that it was presented.
And
rather
that's
than
why
one
Universal
person-
picked up Steven Spielberg to do E ET.
But there's literally declassified documentation about real life aliens that we've made contact with, and there's documents about it, and there's
So why is it not a bigger
documentaries
deal?
about it on
That
Netflix.
why is it
Wait, wait,
not
wait.
the most number one
Because
talked about
first of
thing?
all, at this point, if you truly do not believe that any life form besides the human race is existing in this universe,
You're a narcissist.
that's just
Call
that's
me what you
find out.
want.
No, I'm just
I'm not
fucking
gonna say,
around.
look, that's
but-
dumb.
No,
That's
I
just straight
know.
dumb. That's just
But still,
dumb. And I'm not one to call somebody dumb.
I'm a
but that's
dummy,
dumb
I
thinking.
guess. But
How are you? Let's just pretend.
show
like
me
this.
proof,
Where
Danny.
did we
Tell
come
me,
from?
give me some
Proof. You got
solid,
proof.
concrete proof.
Controversial. Is there proof of Jesus Christ? Proof.
Yeah, but not everybody
No,
believes in him
there's
either, so you can't
facts.
say that.
Right,
But
but not
he
everybody
want-
believes in
That's
him
not a
either.
good point.
So
No,
that's
but
that
he
wasn't a
wants-
good point.
He wants proof of aliens.
right.
So I
you
want
don't-
proof of Jesus.
No, you don't need
Christ.
I
to have
don't walk
proof.
around every
No.
day saying,
Well,
you
I
know,
get what
there's-
Danny's
there's
saying. Like, you don't need
Jesus.
to have proof to believe in something. I get that.
right, but at that point, it's just your imagination. If you don't
No,
need
it's
proof,
not
I don't think it's
I don't need to.
imagination.
It's
I think it's
imagination.
just what you think. It's what you believe. You know what I mean? It's
Joe.
like, hey, I
Right, but that
believe in
doesn't
this,
mean
or I
it's
don't believe in
true.
this. It doesn't
Okay,
mean that
wait.
it's right or wrong or true or not exactly, but it doesn't mean that one day that it can't happen and it won't be true and that we won't see them. Like, and then people like Danny will be like, "I told you so." You know what I mean?
So Joe,
Well, that's like me saying, "Oh, one day I believe a snake's going to be able to slither into a supermarket, do some food shopping, and
and
come out."
convince you to bite an apple off the forbidden tree.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
not where he was going with that, but
That's where I went
No.
with it. What's good? What up? In your face. All right, so let's go with a hypothetical, right?
Yes.
Let's just say that. All right, before we continue, I'm going to give you a quick roundup of what I believe in. I believe that there was a more intelligent life force on this planet prior to us that somewhat genetically mutated us into.
But what did they do when they were here, Danny?
Danny thinks that aliens made us and then like made
We're an
up the story of
experiment.
Jesus in the Bible, so we would.
No, wait, so
believe in
let him
something
finish.
else
Let him
and
finish.
not know
I didn't
that
say
they
that.
did it.
He didn't say
no,
that.
I'm just pushing that. I'm just-
There's
That
just
was
a
side
lot of-
talk.
There's just a lot of hieroglyphics and shit like that say that back then, in a very, very, very long time ago, we had contact with other life forms that helped guide the human race.
I mean,
we
it's
might
possible.
have been we might have been evolved from the tiniest little micronism, but we became human beings. And now, who's to say that a more intelligent life form in a different planet, universe, multiverse, time realm, whatever you want to call it, didn't come here to help guide us grow the way we were and mold society? Who's to say some of those aliens, quote unquote extraterrestrials, didn't stay here to help assist us grow and show us these technologies, this, that, and the third? Now, I know that you say there's no proof, meaning there's only grainy pictures and you don't really have a lot of good footage, but there's been documents about this stuff that they have.
Like,
been
who are these
researched.
people that they're
This
getting
is
these
the government
are
and the
they
CIA. That's
retired and nobody that means anything, and their
Men in
word
Black.
means
Bro,
absolutely
doesn't mean anything. They've been
doesn't
in
mean
this
anything,
for the
bro.
minute. Wait,
Bro, these
talking about
people.
the Men in Black.
wait.
Yes.
They've been in it. So how can you say it doesn't mean anything? They're retired or they left. They're whistleblowers. Now, before you get into that,
Right, but it's he said, she said shit at,
no,
this,
it's
at
not.
that
There's
point. Yeah, it
actually
is.
declassified information about it. If you listen to what I'm saying,
Just because you say
can't tell the
declassified
public
information
on the
doesn't mean it's not he
news.
said, she said, and it's not from another person's mouth. It's still telephone.
Right, but you're telling
There's
me they
physical
released this stuff.
documentation.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying he's right.
Documentation.
It's still whatever from another person. It's still he said, she said. It's still from someone else. It's still coming from another person. It's telephone. So his point is right. Like it's still he said, she said. It is.
Right. That's
There's
what
no
I'm
actual
saying.
factual because there's no been
Well, if
proven
there
to where
was-
And there's
everybody's
more-
seen
there's
one
more
into
people
whatever,
saying
so no
this
matter
guy's-
what it is, he said, she said, because even whatever of that documented stuff that you're talking about and like whatever, it comes from someone. So it comes from someone that
Right,
he
but
or
even
she said.
recently, there's been releases of video of. Listen, there's a whole bunch of shit.
What
about
video,
alien-
Danny?
Wait, I'm getting to it,
You're
bro.
a whole
There's
bunch of
air
shit.
fighters that have made
Yeah,
contact
I seen
with
that.
alien
Yes,
UFOs.
I seen
Listen,
that. I seen
stop.
that video.
If
I know
the
exactly what
media-
you're talking about.
Stop. If the media tells you tomorrow that aliens are real, you're gonna want proof, right? For whatever reason. But
Right.
most people will just believe it because if they could put anything on the media, they would just blow it out there and blast you. And the people are so, I don't know. I'm getting like fucking
So
frustrated.
gullible.
Yes, no, not that. Let me regroup because I'm getting.
But bro, what
Okay,
I'm Danny blew
Oh,
a
he
circuit
just
for
like-
like 5
did.
minutes.
He
I
blew a
did.
chip, everyone. We just witnessed it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like.
Danny has
No, it is-
very
it is what it is.
overwhelming opinions on
he
this
just,
topic.
yeah, he like.
Wow. That happened.
Because he has
So wait.
trouble actually trying to convince me
While he-
It's not
solid,
about convincing.
concrete.
There's so much information
proof.
I'm trying to
while he
say that
reboots,
it's I'm
let me
thinking
just say
faster
this.
than
While
I'm
he
speaking.
reboots though. So like just in comparison, Joe, like even the ocean, like how we've talked about with mermaids and like stuff like that in the myths episode and this and that.
Yeah.
He
like-
believes in Sasquatch, but he doesn't
Well,
believe in aliens.
but I'm saying so like, well, because like how we said, Sasquatch could have been a hairy caveman that just didn't want to like be modern and like update himself on like.
He was
hey,
like, nah,
time.
fuck society.
And then people just made him out to be a story that was like whatever. That's possible, bro. I got friends
Possible.
now that don't.
That's
wanna have
more
cell phones and,
believable
like,
than
Mike, Roger. They don't want to have cell phones and this and that. They live like off the grid. Like I got friends like that now, so I get it.
You
You
just
know,
shouted them out. So the CIA is coming for them.
no, but
Back to
didn't
what
say
I
the
was
last
saying, though.
names. No, but I'm saying, wait, hang on, because so, but
I'll wait.
so I'm saying, even like with the Sasquatch and this and that, like that's like a myth. So, but I'm saying what I want to say to Joe is like, so what we were saying in that episode, right, with the mermaids and this and that, there's like 80% of the ocean that we haven't even seen, and like we don't know what's down there and like whatever. And that's just
Right.
the ocean on our planet. So now we haven't even seen like 90 something percent of space. You don't think that it's possible at all? And I'm not even saying just that like us, like not even like humans, not even like whatever, any other type of species or any other kind of race, any other type of living thing, not something
Living
that
organism.
speaks.
It doesn't have
Well,
to
say
be.
it doesn't have
I
to be something that
just
speaks
don't-
and
with
walks.
wide eyes.
Wait.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't
It
have to
could
walk
be
on
any-
two legs and speak. It could
I-
be
Wait.
bears and apes and whatever. Like, you know what I
could
mean?
be
You don't
I
think there's any
just-
planet that has
could
anything
be
else that's living at all? It could
Such
be
a crazy
freaking
creature.
worms.
You can't even believe it.
You know what I
Giant
mean? Like,
snails.
yeah, it could be like scorpions on a planet. You don't think anything like that exists anywhere. There's nothing living
Bro,
anywhere.
all-
In the millions and billions of miles and everywhere of everything out there. We are the only little. It's so amazing to
And
me.
this is it. We only get 10 fingers and toes. This is bullshit. There's
Listen,
gotta be
hold
other
on.
life forms out there in different galaxies and different star worlds, all that shit.
Even if you don't
No.
believe in God and you believe in science, like
Facts.
we're the only thing that was made. Like we're literally. That's it. We're it.
Yeah, man, we're
Good luck,
it.
guys.
We're the
Wait,
it.
if we're
I'm
it,
rooting for
wait,
you.
if you believe in science or you believe in God, either way, right? And you're like,
I
oh,
do
okay, we
believe
were made
we're
from. But I'm saying, like,
right.
if you believe, like, oh, we're made from Adam and Eve, or you believe, like, oh, we evolved from apes, or like whatever, and either way, it came like on this earth, right? But we evolved from something. We're the only
Yeah.
thing that could evolve from something.
Can't be. dude.
No,
Look at
but
the
I don't think
pharaohs and all
anything
that
else
shit
has
in
evolved
Egypt.
from anything yet.
On other
anywhere
planets,
else.
though.
Because you haven't seen it.
No,
Just
so
because you haven't seen it?
I
So wait,
also
in the millions of
part-
miles that you haven't seen, just because you
Wait.
haven't seen it, it's not there.
Hold on.
So before
hold on,
Christopher
let me
Columbus came to
explain.
America, America was not real for Joe. It's just not out there.
Basically, what Joe is saying is that if Joe takes a cup of water from the ocean and doesn't see any sharks in this cup, he says there's no such things as sharks in the ocean.
No, but
Joe
that's
is
not
like-
true because there's footage of sharks. Sharks have attacked people.
Joe
Like,
was one of
it's
those
just
people
like-
that before they
because you're
proved that
on
the
that
ocean was
planet.
round and they like went around and like actually showed us, he was like, nah, it's flat, bro. It's flat. It has to be flat. And then
Nah.
somebody sailed until they couldn't fall off the edge and he was like,
But there's
Well,
actual
maybe it's
pictures
not
from
flat, but only
space
'cause you
showing
showed
that
me
our
finally.
Earth is round. So
but
there's
that's what I'm
proof of
saying,
it. So I
only 'cause
believe
you
it.
No,
saw
but that's
it, but,
proof
like-
on this planet. There's
But that's what I'm
proof on
saying.
other planets that you don't even know
well, no,
exist.
not even that.
But
to
you
his
don't know
point-
it doesn't exist.
But
Wait,
there's
but
a
I wanna use his
possibility,
point.
and
I
that's
wanna
still a
use his
yes.
point
But
to
just
convince
because
him.
it's a possibility doesn't mean okay. That means it must be true.
Time
It's
out.
possible,
No one's
so that means it
saying
is
that.
true.
No one's
you
saying
are.
true or not.
You're
Right.
saying
No,
it
I'm
is.
saying-
time out. To his
Joe.
point though. So
Whose point? Joe's or mine?
to Joe's point.
Fuck you. Follow me, bro.
No, I'm trying to convince him off his own point. So like
He's
listen,
not getting off his horse, bro. He doesn't think there's
No, no, no.
any green men anywhere ever.
No, but listen,
Just on my shirt. That's
to,
it.
to his own
Brains.
which I forgot. Fuck, I forgot what it was. Fuck you guys. Fuck.
Good.
you're
I
welcome.
did that on purpose.
Damn it.
Oh man. Listen,
So wait, to just give you another insight
think
of
about
why
this.
I don't
to get to
believe
Frank's
so.
point, Joe's point. Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
There, we have telescopes. We could see far into space.
Wait,
We've
no, it's time out, Joe.
discovered.
Wait, no,
Go.
I know what I was gonna say. I know what I was gonna say. So wait, I know what I was gonna say. To Joe's point, there has to be proof, right? So it has to be like, oh, there was proof. There's proof of sharks because there's video, there's this and that, there's proof of it. So until it's actually shown, We haven't seen 80% of what's out there. We haven't seen any of the miles of anything. So because you haven't seen it is the only reason that you think it's not there because they haven't been seen yet. We
Okay,
can't even
so
get to them.
now
We
to
can't
answer
get to
you,
them.
Barely gotten to Mars.
Yeah,
Okay?
like,
we went
finally
to the moon like 4 times. We didn't come back.
let me
So
answer
until we finally
you.
meet them, and then you're gonna be like, oh, hey.
We have powerful
moon bases.
telescopes that could see galaxies far, light years away. We've discovered hundreds of different galaxies and millions of
Yeah.
other planets. Like we
I thought we
examined.
got as far as Pluto.
No,
No, I don't know what you need
Pluto's
to like.
this solar system. He's talking about other solar systems.
We've made it to other solar systems?
No,
Yeah,
no.
we have
Photographs, not real-
telescopes that have taken like actual
Oh,
diagrams.
because
and
they
photographs.
put like satellites out there that start to orbit and
Yes,
get
that.
further, and
And
then they
I'm
take
just
the
saying we
pictures
have
for us.
no. We have telescopes on planet Earth that could see that far, Frank.
No way.
Yes, way.
All right, but wait. Now you're saying
So wait,
that-
hold on.
That I
So
don't
this,
believe.
wait,
That
wait,
I don't
but
believe.
you're
So,
saying that we can
I've-
see that far and go ahead. Sorry, Joe. Go
So
ahead. continue.
we can see that far. There's been documents of all these other galaxies, hundreds of other planets, moons, solar systems, far, far from us that we'll probably never in this lifetime be able to travel through. But we have the technology in our telescopes and satellites to actually see these other planets and solar systems and all this shit. And they could tell what type of gases it has and if they're anywhat habitable for any living creature or organism. I'm not even talking about a human or anything. I'm talking about organisms. Like there's not even anything that could
Yeah, but
live-
what about
All
black
right, wait,
anything that
wait,
they've
different
discovered.
galaxies? They can't
So-
see through a
wait,
black
wait,
hole that
wait.
goes to a different galaxy or something like that. So
There's
definitely
wormholes. Wait,
Frank,
let's
I'm
get into
just-
it. I got something to
there's
say.
definitely
Hold on.
alleys
wait,
and crevices
hold on,
in
hold
space.
on.
Wait.
My point is, we've seen a lot already, and they have determined that most of these places that we've discovered and that we could see, like,
Are inhabitable.
are inhabitable. So,
Right, I get
so
what you're saying,
far,
but
it's
that doesn't
kind
mean
of
there's
no
on the
place that
side
is
of like,
habitable.
there's
because
really not much so far that
But
we've
Joe,
seen
imagine
light
this.
years
But
away
imagine- wait,
that
in
are
in our
habitable
solar
by
system,
anything.
we're the only planet that's habitable, though. So we're like the 10%
In
out of the
our
100%
solar
in our
system.
solar system. So in other solar systems, there
There's
has to be
still
one out of
1%.
a nut. That's what I'm saying. That is somewhere that's
But there
whatever that
hasn't
we haven't
been.
seen.
There
Because we
hasn't
haven't
been.
seen it yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Think about it
Because
like
of
this,
what we've
Frank.
scanned.
But
we haven't
again,
seen
that
I'm gonna
it.
give you
doesn't
a
mean
second.
it's
You can
true,
explain.
though.
Listen.
But it doesn't
Right,
mean
but
that it's
listen.
not.
Joe, say I'm
No,
standing
but you
on-
are trying to tell me that
listen.
there has to be or there is.
I'm not
No,
saying it
there
has to
doesn't
be.
have
The
to be.
possibility of it being though is more likely than it being
No,
not being.
that doesn't
just
make it
because we
more
haven't
likely at
seen
all.
it yet.
Listen.
Yeah,
this
because
is
the
basically
space that
what-
we haven't seen is still outweighing
I
the
don't
space
even
that we
care.
have. If you're telling me like, oh, they looked at a lot of stuff and they looked at mostly everything already, then it would be different.
Yeah.
But they've still only looked at like what 5% of space.
Okay, hold on. And now I got to hear what Danny's got to say because I started to hear him under you a little bit, but now I want to hear what he's got to say because I know he has something to say to what I said before.
I could tell by his
And
face that he lost it.
I
He's
know.
over it.
I'm over it. Yeah. but,
I
you
know he's
it is
over it.
like fucking. It is what it is. I'll get into it. What I was trying to say is what Frank said. Basically, the humans have only got to like 5% of space. That's like you standing on the pitcher's mound with a baseball and throwing it
Yeah.
as far and high as you can past second base into the outfield, but not being able to throw it over the fence into the stadium. That's
Right.
how far human technology has gotten to the fucking
Okay.
expanding infinite universe. We
Right.
don't know what else is out there. Let's call it 5%. We don't even know what 70% of the Earth's
Mhm.
water is about.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was
Right.
saying. Like, even though they
That's
could see
space
that
that's
far, there's
out
still
there.
further that they can't see. Like, you can't tell me
Okay.
that there's
There's
no
gotta
big
be-
chance.
There's
But
gotta be
now-
another
but
Like, that's what I'm saying.
life
I'm not
form
telling you to say
also
there's definitely
trying
a
to do
chance,
what
but you're
we're
saying
doing,
there's
but towards
absolutely
us.
no chance.
No. Okay. So now here we go.
What?
Now there has been sightings, right? UFO sightings for years since the
Can't fucking
1900s.
wait for the day where the
Whatever,
news
there's
comes
hi-
on and says
There's
alien invasion.
there's hieroglyphics from ancient times that people scribed in the rock.
Correct.
Okay, so
Pyramids.
there's been all this shit. People have seen aliens. Where, why haven't they come down to say anything to us or to do anything?
Okay.
Nobody's attacked. Nobody's came to help,
Because-
say hello, to nothing. You're telling
There's
me
no-
that
there's
every
no-
time for hundreds of years that
Well, that goes
humans
into
have seen an unidentified flying object or an alien, an extraterrestrial, that why
that
is
goes
it
into
not
saying, would there be an invasion? Because we would automatically think something negative, and it could be
doesn't- it's
confrontational. They
not
don't
always
necessarily want to
negative.
come down. No, but I'm saying maybe they don't want to necessarily come
right?
down
But
and it
why
be.
has there not been one solid like, oh my god,
Because the
there
humans
are
as a
like,
consciousness whole need to be prepared for it. For the Galactic Federation.
but who makes
as a
that
human
Galactic
race,
decision?
Federation of the
Dude, listen.
multiverse.
we are not at that level where we can be on that level with other aliens from other races. There's over 150
I don't believe that. I
alien
think that a lot of
races.
people will be ready
Bro,
for it.
No, a lot of people.
Are you
but
kidding
not
me?
the
You're talking
world.
about a race
Wait,
that
wait,
wants
wait.
zombies to come.
Stop it. First of
But
all,
that's also like saying, okay, the government doesn't think we're ready to handle the idea of aliens being here or just
no,
existing
as
but
the-
not showing
as-
up on our planet.
as
But the
human
government's
race,
okay
We are
to
stupid.
but the
cannot
government-
be told that there are aliens.
Okay,
but the government's
but the
okay with that.
government can tell us, oh, by the way, 2 planes just crashed into the Twin Towers and we're under attack. Don't panic. That caused the biggest panic. And
First
you're
of all,
telling me that
9/11
that's
was an
something that
inside
actually-
job, and that's a whole
Forget the
nother
inside
time.
job and all the conspiracy side.
right, but what
Either
I'm
way, it's
saying
something that
is,
actually happened. And I know there's people
why
that are
would
out
the
there in other
government-
states
Yeah.
that say like, "Oh, that was doctor footage." It's not. Listen, we live in New York. We know it
No.
actually happened. Like it actually did come in.
But what I'm saying
So,
is
like-
the government covering anything up. So you're telling me that they wouldn't be able to tell the human race that aliens exist because they would cause panic.
Is
But
that
you're
they
telling me
wouldn't-
that they thought it was a good decision to, and again, this just goes on
Well, you
conspiracy.
can't
Not
not
a
tell people
decision.
something that was
It's-
easy for them to
9/11
see.
is happening.
You don't want
want
to tell something to somebody necessarily that you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have to tell them something or like whatever, you don't necessarily want to. 9/11, millions of people saw that lived in New York. Like a lot of people from
You
other parts
can't-
of the country or other
can't
countries.
fake it.
Yeah, they have
It
other
actually
opinions,
happened.
they didn't
now-
see it.
but this is
exactly
like
like you can't fake what actually happened. Like people actually saw that happen. Millions of people in New York
This
had
is
to cross the
all-
bridges through by foot because it happened.
Another point is, oh my God, I forget where I was going with this
Yeah,
now.
good job.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
Wait, I want to go back to like the invasion though. So like
let's get into that. All right. For continuing this conversation, for the sake of the conversation, Joe, let's just say
Yeah.
aliens did exist, and then we'll continue because let's say aliens did
Okay.
exist. I personally think that they would be a positive influence on the world instead of a negative. But let's just say that Hollywood is correct, and aliens are here to invade our planet for our resources, our oil, our trees, our water, the gold, the dirt, minerals, whatever the fuck it is. What do you think that shit would look like? Do you think you would survive? And do you think they would attack first or try to be like, we want peace? Psych.
Well,
and then
okay,
fight?
I
so
think they would attack
how-
first. I think
How
they
about
would
no
straight
wait?
up
So
just
how about
attack.
this? How about
Yeah.
this? What do you think humans would do if we fly in space? We have spaceships and shit.
Mhm.
We fly
What
to
if
the moon,
we
bro.
came
Take it
across a
easy.
planet one day and we were
Well,
like,
that's what I was
"Holy
saying.
shit, there's a race
Humans-
here." Do
humans
you
are
think
so-
we would? You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Humans are so narcissistic
automatically-
because we only think that we are
They would
here or we
attack.
control us. That
don't
exactly.
think
If
we
we
would
saw
attack.
something else, we would attack and try to control it just because we're
No.
so narcissistic and we only
Listen,
care about ourselves. If
I
something else
think-
came here, I think same thing. They would want to come here and control and be in control of whatever because they don't want to feel in danger of themselves. Like wherever you
Facts.
go, you always want to be in control. You don't want to be in the fear side.
At
So
the
like
same time,
if you're gonna
you
go
have to
somewhere,
be- Sorry, go ahead.
no, at the same time, why?
You have to be in control of the whole situation if you're able to even travel to our planet. We can't go anywhere besides the moon and like maybe Mars. So let's
Right.
say an intergalactic force or extraterrestrial race.
Well, put it this
travel
way:
through
if
a
they
black
come
hole
like
to
that,
get
and we're
into
gonna
this
see
time
them,
realm,
they're gonna come in
and they're here.
numbers. They're
Right,
not gonna
of
come with
course.
one ship. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's not.
How
like
do
they're
you
gonna
know? Why
come-
would they just be traveling through
because
space, light
they're not
years
going to
away?
send
They're gonna
one
attack.
ship here to be like, hey, go check it out and see what's up. Because if that one ship comes here 9,000% of the time,
But think about it.
as soon as they
even
land
the
and go to
human
go somewhere, they're going to be
race.
like, oh fuck, or shoot them or
But
whatever, or try and
let-
hurt them because they don't know what they are.
Let's take the human race, for example. When we're trying to explore a new planet like Mars, it's not that far away.
Right,
We
but
don't
we
send
don't
an
Our race
army
is
of.
very narcissistic. We
also
only
do
care
not
about
carry
But
ourselves.
who's to say
There's
that
no
their
guns on
race is
there.
not narcissistic?
Agreed. That's why I said they would attack. I don't think an invasion would be friendly.
I don't think they would show up with 10 fucking starships, though.
I don't think they would show up at one and just be like, hey, we just wanted to check everything out and see what's going on. Like, I feel like they'd rather come here and make sure like they could control us and be like, listen, this is what we wanted to see, but we're gonna make sure that we're okay while we're here. Like,
I feel like
you
they
know,
wouldn't come here to control us. If anything, I feel like an
I don't think control
extraterrestrial
us. I think it
visit
would be like a
would be to
slavery.
come here. No way. I think if it was an extraterrestrial visit to planet Earth, they would be here to help us and help us grow in a positive
Why?
way.
What good do
Because
we
we're
give for
just
them to help?
listen. We're
And who's to
destroying-
say the way that they
we
live
are
on their planet
destroying
is anything
ourselves,
good?
and without
If they're
that
coming here, it's because they gotta get
extraterrestrial
away
help,
from where they
we're just
are.
fucking doomed.
Nobody else is going somewhere just to be like, we just want to see where they are. Like, even us, we're looking at Mars and other planets and stuff in case Earth, God forbid, isn't habitable for us anymore. And they want to look for other places for us to be able to survive and live in space and like whatever. They're not going there just for the fun of it, of like the fuck of it. It's for science research, of like stuff like that, for global warming, for this and that, for blah, blah, blah. If they're coming here, they're not coming here just for the fuck of it, just for like some random cruise through the galaxy because they were
I
just
don't
taking a
necessarily
joyride.
think
They're
that
coming
the
here because they're
aliens or
looking for something or
extraterrestrials
whatever.
are
So they're gonna
necessarily
come here
negative
and
or bad people or
no,
things
I'm
or
not saying they're
organisms.
negative or bad
That's what you're
people.
saying. You're
but
saying
they're
an
not-
invasion, Frank.
No,
that
but
means taking
no,
our
I'm saying they're
resources
not
and
negative or
enslaving the
bad
human
for
race.
themselves. Yeah, they're not negative or bad for themselves. What the fuck do they care about us? What good are we for them? What
It's
good
We
are
don't
we?
know
not
that. We
beneficial.
don't know
We're
that. That's
all
like if
one.
we came across
But until we
aliens on
could
another
prove
planet,
something to them,
Listen,
why would they
we're
care?
all one
Why,
in this shit.
if they're out going through the galaxy looking for something for themselves, obviously, if you're going through the galaxy, you're looking for something, right? You're looking for something for
Similar to
yourself,
you or not.
and you
So
find
why
up to
would you
something
wanna
else.
destroy
Why
it?
would you
Why wouldn't
care
you wanna
about that
grow
other
with
thing
it
unless they had
instead?
a reason to help you or to benefit you in some
If
way?
you
If
can
we're not
help somebody
benefiting them, they
else-
don't give a fuck.
I can't believe you're talking like that.
What do you mean? If we're not benefiting them, why would they care about us? That's how 90% of
Because
the
that's
world
what
works,
extra-
Danny.
That's this.
You're
planet-
like, I
this
can't believe you're
planet is a
saying that. You
very
sound like a
dark
13-year-old kid that just came into the world. Like, or if, I mean, an 18-year-old kid that just came into the world. Like, seriously? 90% of the
Fucking-
world is cutthroat like that and like whatever. So you're
Of this
telling me
planet,
something to a
Frank, of
galactic
other
thing-
extraterrestrial planets that have more intelligence than us, why would they not want to help benefit us?
because
because we
what-
don't have something for
again,
them?
they would
There's
only want to
nothing to
do it
look
if
at.
it did a benefit to them. They're not going to do it if it doesn't
talking about a
benefit them.
global, worldwide, universal consciousness. They want to just expand to be better.
Again, if they're smarter than
organisms.
us and they know that it doesn't benefit, they're not going to need to. If it benefits, then yeah. But if it's not going to benefit, why would they do that? Why would you help something that's not going to benefit?
Why
That's
does
like
there
saying
have
I'm
to
going
be
to
an
invest in
agenda?
this business that's going to suck. Why would
Who
you
the fuck
invest in
says it's
something
gonna
that's going
suck?
to?
This is the
No,
human
but I'm
race.
saying,
You're not going to.
why would you? I'm saying you don't know that. You're just saying that that's the narcissistic human race thinking that we're the best. Who's to say that we are? Who's to say that we are awesome? Maybe
No
we
one's
fucking
saying that we
suck.
are.
All we've done is shit our
don't you
planet,
help
make
when
it
you're
worse,
down?
gotten fat, gotten lazy. All we've done is decline. So how can you even say that? What benefit do we give to those other races and stuff? So if we don't give them a benefit, what the fuck would they want to help us for? Why do they care?
Because we
To them,
can't
we're nothing but a
afford to
fucking
give them a
ant.
benefit. Right. So hear me out. Why not influence or better that civilization? You guys aren't on our level. Hear us out. This is some new technology.
Let
Deal
me
with
ask you a
it.
question. If you knew a serial killer, would you go try
Wow,
and
that's a
and-
little far fetched.
if you would you go try and make them a better person and like make them better like this and that, or would you just be like, no, I'm not gonna fuck with you?
To serial killers.
But I'm just saying, we're talking
no,
about
that's
extremes.
totally different.
We're,
That's- no,
we're
we're
talking
not.
about
We're not talking
extremes.
about extreme. We're talking about
Aliens is not an extreme, Joe. This is
No.
not an extreme topic that we're talking about. It's not
how
far
is this
fetched.
extreme. This
But I'm
is
saying,
real
like,
life. You guys just don't.
No, this is not real life. Nobody's ever seen actually something
Take a
that's not
sip,
proven
Danny.
it's not
Take
real
a
life.
sip, bro.
So, but I'm saying, so like comparing in something crazy though. I mean, think about it like that.
All right,
You can't.
can't what?
I'm saying you can't make that comparison. I mean, you can make that comparison. I meant you can't say that.
Do you think we would have like the right fucking weapons and shit if aliens ever came here?
Let's just
Because
call
if they made it here, they're smart enough to get through that galaxy of that far and navigate through all of those
Okay, good
billions
fucking
of
point,
miles.
actually.
That they'd
Shut
have to
that
have
shit
enough
down real
armor to
quick.
like, you know what I mean?
See
Like if they were
Americans going,
smart enough to make it that far and navigate that much.
I was
and,
just thinking,
whatever,
like, man, if they did come and like they tried to attack us, like, do we have the right shit?
Nah, we
me
do not.
personally, in my own mind, like I feel like aliens not look like humans, but like somewhat like still walk on 2 feet and like be like more civilized and like whatever if they came here, because obviously they'd have to be smart to navigate through all those miles of space and stuff. But I feel like they'd be like almost like barbaric to like ancient times type of thing, to where like they'd have like powerful handheld weapons, almost like Star Wars, to where it'd be like lightsabers and stuff like that,
like
to where they'd have
laser beams.
like, but it'd be like handheld
Lasers.
things, like like a lightsaber or like an axe or like a snap, but that had like
One of those
exactly like a
Halo
laser.
guns.
No, but I'm saying like something that had like a laser, whatever, that had like massive force, but was handheld to where it was like hand to hand combat. So they didn't have to worry about ammo, bullets, things like that, because that's things you could run out of when you're traveling through the galaxy and so on. You know what I mean? So
Frank
like,
travels to the galaxy off.
no, I'm just saying,
Or he
but think about
knows.
it. If you were traveling through the galaxy, you're limited on resources. So you're probably more forced to hand combat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just my personal opinion,
I could see that.
you know? Plus, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I really hope that that happens one day. I would love to meet a Jedi.
So, all right. So, based on what we were saying before about like an invasion, Hollywood and these movies, they come up with a lot of like hypothetical situations of invasions and scary and dangerous and shit where like Earth prevails and beats these aliens, but these aliens came to us. We didn't go to them. Based on what Joe was saying before about like your weapons, do you think we would use nuclear weapons against them, knowing that it will impact
our planet?
Earth? Like, I mean, a reason
would
for
have
them
to
not
if
telling
it's
us
the
is
only
obviously
weapon-
Right.
weapons
I think
hysteria.
I think
mean-
if we ever had to make that decision, like I think we would,
Yeah, because we'd
because
have
it's
to.
like
If
we're
it's the
gonna
only
freaking
thing-
die anyway. Like we might as well.
Well,
just go
not even
out.
that we're gonna die anyway. If it's the only thing that we know that we have that could possibly penetrate, yeah, you have to take the risk of like we're gonna lose some, but not all, but we'll damage them.
I mean, at
because this
that
is the only
point,
thing
planet
powerful
Earth
we
will be at
have.
war with another race. Like you're gonna drop some fucking nuclear technology.
Yeah.
But now, do you think that the government has the right to speak for all of the people and represent us?
Yeah, because they're talking
Wait,
I
about
wait,
the
mean,
whole
wait,
world.
wait.
yeah.
But now
That's like the multiple governments that are gonna like the United like Nations or
UN.
whatever gonna that are
Right.
gonna get together, because now you're talking about worldwide stuff. So they're gonna be like, all right, let's get together and talk about this because we have to talk about everything as a whole. These countries might be affected, but it might as a whole still save everyone. So yeah, we're gonna have to do this. And yeah, they would make that
Yeah.
call, which would suck for most of those civilians that lived in those countries, and it'd be terrible.
it
but
would.
it would save the human race in a sense. You know what I mean? Like for
So-
certain things, because that's what we're talking about now at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, you know,
Now,
They
do you
say,
think?
like,
Let's say that. Let's say,
what?
wait, real quick. Now, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe is wearing a Mars Attacks T-shirt, or at least that's what I'm going to keep calling it. Now,
It
you've
is.
seen the movie, both. Frank, you've seen the movie.
yes, I have,
Okay, you're not Frank, but let's get back to that.
but I'm just letting you know I have.
I didn't want to
That's why I'm
answer
wearing
because
the
Danny's
shirt.
gonna get. I don't want to answer because Danny's gonna get mad and give me a DVD, and it's gonna
So
sit
that's
my.
a no.
It's gonna sit in my
He
glove box
hasn't
for 6
seen Mars
months.
Attacks.
Bro, you still haven't seen that movie?
No, it's
Alright.
been sitting in my glove box for like 6 months.
I lent
Travis-
Frank the movie The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood about a year and a half ago. It's in his fucking glove box.
Has it been that long?
I
For
wouldn't
like
be in a
18 months?
rush to watch that movie.
He put it in my
wait.
car. It's been in my glove box since he gave it to me. It's probably
Yeah.
it might have been like 18 months ago. It's still
All
in my glove
I've
box.
asked from you is to watch the movie, bro. You called me at 5 o'clock on Black Friday to sit outside to wait for a fucking PlayStation 2 that didn't even
PlayStation
exist.
5.
Whatever the fuck it
PlayStation
is.
5. Yo, that
Whatever
was
the
a bad
fuck it
night.
is.
Joe, I'm sorry to get off topic and stuff.
Real quick.
Nah.
Me and him went on a Black Friday this last year in 2020.
Yeah.
We went on Black Friday.
the best
And
friend
I was like, bro, I never say this. I'm like, you're my best friend. You have to come with me. I don't want to go by myself. She's like, fuck you. So
I was
we
like,
went to the one
"Fuck
by
you."
his house on Amboy, the GameStop right there on
Yeah.
Amboy. We waited there for like a couple hours, in like the middle of the night.
Oh my god.
3
They
hours,
opened the
bro.
doors and they're like, and we're in a line of like what, like 30,
We were
40
we were
people.
25. We were 25.
We were number 25 in line, but there was some people behind us too. It was like maybe like 40 people.
It was probably like 50. Yeah, 45. 50.
She comes to open up and says, we have 2 PS5s that we could sell. So the first 2 people in line could
Oh
buy
my
them.
God. I would have
When I
been
tell you
fucking
the entire
pissed.
fucking line dispersed within seconds.
Bro, everybody, we were all so pissed. I was like, 2? How do you get 2 on Black Friday?
Wow.
Like what? Every
Bro,
store got
you-
2.
You got that's fucked up. You got to write that down outside the door at midnight.
the PS5 though.
Anyways,
That's the first time I ever did that too. Like waiting in line at Black Friday for something. It was
what
awesome.
were we talking? Oh, all right. So
He's
listen,
a-
Mars
Oh,
Invasion.
Attacks.
I'm sorry,
So
Invasion.
we were talking about Mars Attacks. In the movie Mars Attacks, Joe, as you know, the aliens come, the extraterrestrials come down. They step foot. Our president is representing us to
Mhm.
as Earth to the fucking aliens, and a dove flies across. And in the aliens' perspective, the dove flying across the sky is a sign of like attack or whatever the fuck. it is,
Attacking, yeah.
right? Do you really want to let our government or president for that matter, think about who it is right now, represent everybody to these aliens of another space,
Yeah, but also think about
this
it,
guy
Danny.
will
Like,
have a stroke.
who's gonna? All right,
Couldn't even
if it's not the
step to the
president, then
plate.
like
Right.
who? Where
now,
where would
okay.
you come on making your decision?
I'm glad
like
you asked.
personally.
Now I have something to say. Hear me out.
Because
There's something called CE5, and that's basically you as an individual contacting aliens on one-on-one platform.
what?
Listen.
Where are you going with it? Is this
Listen.
some?
What is this? Somewhat.
Is this some conspiracy shit?
No, it's
is
not
this
conspiracy
a
shit.
5G?
Listen, if you want to, you could seriously connect with extraterrestrials, and they will contact you, and you will honestly be able to experience that shit. There's
Okay.
documents
You can
about it.
contact with extraterrestrials or a
Where do I
50-year-old
contact the guy
or
with
the
the
50-year-old
shoes?
guy that's like taking a break from being a pedophile and is pretending to be an extraterrestrial on the web.
So finish.
Danny, get outta here. Are you
the
kidding me
rest
with
of
this one?
No,
Come
I
on,
gotta hear the
bro.
rest of this.
Listen, you
Yeah.
don't think you can contact aliens in your own thought, your third eye chakra? And all that shit?
Absolutely not.
Your
no.
what?
Yeah, I forgot. Who the
Wait,
fuck
your
I'm talking
what?
to.
Your third what?
Your third eye and your chakras.
I don't have a third eye. I'm not Middle Eastern. I'm
I
sorry.
know all about the chakras, bro, but I just don't think that
That's ignorance.
could use
Go ahead, You
that.
guys continue.
I was
because-
just saying that may be ignorant to say it like that, like whatever, but like, come on, man, your third eye. Like, give me
Right.
the definition. What is your third eye?
that's
no, but
fine.
like I
What I was
need to
getting back
hear
to,
where
listen,
you were getting at
well,
as
thank you.
far as
What I
who
was
would you
getting at-
decide would represent.
Okay. What I'm just trying to get at is I feel like I wouldn't want them representing me personally. No.
Okay,
don't
I
know-
agree.
I don't know
You don't
who
want one
I would
person to voice
choose.
for you.
Yeah.
Right. I would rather them come down and talk. Like, let's say it's not an invasion.
They're gonna
It's
come up
just-
to us one at
No,
a
no, no.
time.
Wait,
Hey
listen,
guys.
hear me out. Let's say it's not an invasion. Let's say we get a fucking cabin in the Catskills and we're just chilling. And one
Yeah.
night we're out by the fire pit and we see something in the woods. We walk over to it and it's a UFO. And 3 extraterrestrials walk out of the spaceship and they say, "Greetings," so forth and so forth. And they come
Right.
to us and they're peaceful. At that
Mhm.
point of your life, what would you ask them? What would you say to them? At this point, Joe, I swear to God, I'm smacking you in the face and telling you that I
Wait.
told you so.
So you
But
say, wait,
listen.
if like an alien came down and actually went face to face
And
right up with me in front of
face-to-face
my
with
house
you.
tomorrow, like,
No, not your
what
house.
would I
I'm
say to
talking
them?
about-
No, I'm saying
talking
like
about
if
in
I
the woods, secluded.
whatever,
because
but I'm
listen,
saying I'm not
wait,
going to be in
no,
the
no,
woods tomorrow.
not
I'm saying if
whatever,
I walk out of my
because
house and I
there
see
are
an alien,
people-
you're saying what would I
listen,
say
there
to
are
them?
people that have
basically, right?
had reports about this shit being abducted and nobody believes
Right.
them. So that's why I'm not saying in your
I
house.
get-
I'm
I
saying
get-
somewhere away.
No, but I get
Yeah.
that. But I'm saying obviously none of us are going to be taking a walk in the woods tomorrow. So
I mean, maybe we go camping a lot.
Bro, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying. What if
but
we go
I mean-
You know,
camping?
it could be anywhere.
But I'm saying, so like, if I walk out of my house tomorrow and happen to see an alien, you're basically
Yeah.
asking, what would I say to that alien?
Yeah, what would you say to it, Frank?
What would you say? Go ahead, Frank.
All right, so like, wait, literally,
Come
like,
on, bro. What would you
get into
ask it?
scene, like, literally, like, no bullshit, like, get into
I need
scene,
complete
think about
silence
it,
when I get
like,
his character. I need
no, but
complete
I'm saying it
silence
like
when I get
this,
his
like,
character.
no, but I'm saying like this, like, get into scene, okay, open my eyes, like, walk
That's
out
it.
my
Me,
door, I
you,
see
and
an
Joe,
alien.
We're in the woods. We
No,
see
but
an
I'm saying,
alien
like, look at,
spaceship.
like, this is me.
But Frank
Walk out-
doesn't know why the
walk
fuck
out-
would he be
walk
in the
out my
woods?
door. This is, I see an alien. Walk out my door. What are you? Like, what else do you say? Like, I would be
Me?
scared and run
What do
back
you
in my house and
mean,
be like,
scared.
what the
What
fuck?
are you scared
And
about?
run back in my house.
Yeah, but if he comes at you calmly, like,
if
and
he
greets
didn't look
you,
like a
Yeah.
human, I would be like, what the fuck
Bro,
is
what
that?
alien?
If he didn't look like a human, if you saw a Sasquatch in front of your house, you would go try and say hello? No, you'd be like, what the
If it's
What
like Joe said,
fuck
if it's
is that?
coming to you in
holy
peace,
shit? That what? What
you
the
want to know?
and then
I
you'd
would ask
run
it-
away.
I don't
Like,
know,
I would
man.
ask
mean,
it,
I would
like-
calmly be like, "Welcome." I would be like, "What's up?"
Oh, wait,
I have.
you'd Danny'd be like that one guy that
Hey, little fella.
hey, how you doing? And then that thing would be like, roar, and rip
No,
him
I'm talking
apart.
about a peaceful interaction, Frank. I'm talking
Yeah,
about a
that's-
peaceful interaction.
Just because you don't want to be peaceful, you don't know if
Frank,
that
I'm
creature
not-
wants to be
no.
peaceful. That's like saying I'm
Bitch,
gonna walk
I'm
up to
giving
this
you a
tiger and be
fucking
peaceful.
hypothetical so I can get where you're coming from.
I know, but I'm saying you don't know. In that situation, I get what you're trying to say. The point of that side could be, but you don't know what could be. So realistically, in that situation, you see an alien, right? If you walked up to a tiger, would you go up and be like, hey,
No, so
fella,"
Frank,
and
hold on,
test
hold
it
on.
out?
Frank,
No,
Frank,
because it
Frank.
would
In
rip you
Danny's-
apart. How do you
in
know
Danny's-
if these aliens are going to just rip you apart?
What is he talking about?
In Danny's
just
What am I
Danny's
talking about? I just
hypo-
made a great point out. What do you mean, what am I talking about?
hypothetically speaking,
Thank you,
if
Joe.
This whole
Right.
topic is hypothetical, Joe.
right, so
Listen to
I'm
what he's
asking
gotta
you
say.
hypothetically, if you walked out your door and there was an alien and it turned out to be cool and like you weren't afraid and like it gave you the opportunity to speak and have a conversation with it,
But I
what
wouldn't
would
even
you
know.
ask it?
But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even know because if I walked
But
outside
now-
and saw it, even if it
I
was
would
willing to be
want to
friendly,
know
Okay, but like
how
now
they
is your
found
chance.
us.
There
but
you
that's what I'm
go.
saying.
Like, I
My
would
point
ask
is,
it, like,
even
how did
if
you
it
find
was
us?
being
Wait,
willing to be
guys, I
friendly,
can't
how
hear
would
what
Where
you
did you
know?
come
Stop. I
from?
cannot hear what you're saying. One at a time, please.
Wait, I can hear what he's saying, but that's what I'm saying. He's saying that what would you ask it if it was willing to be friendly? My point is, how are you even knowing to be if it's willing to be
We're
friendly? Why would
giving
you
a
even want to
hypothetical.
wait?
Let's say
We're
it's-
just saying
bro,
if,
we're telling
if
you
you
it's
were
friendly.
cool about it,
He
right?
comes off the UFO. He's like, I don't mean harm. I mean peace. What is
We're
your
not
next
talking about-
First
conversation?
thing he says is, "I don't
Right.
mean harm, I mean peace."
All right,
Yes.
Frank.
Like,
for
so
the
I'm saying,
Hypothetically
I'm saying.
speaking,
So first thing
Frank.
he says to me is, "I
Bro,
don't mean
like, is
harm,
he
I mean
serious
peace."
right now,
Like,
Joe?
No, because
not
I'm saying if he
understand?
didn't say, I'm saying you're saying, what's the first thing I'm going to say if I see it?
I'm
He
saying
didn't say
you're
anything to
saying,
me, so
Frank.
if I see it, I'm gonna be like, fuck you, and I'm gonna run away because I'm gonna be scared. If
Okay,
you're
so that's
saying, like,
Frank's
as
answer.
I
Is that your
see it,
final
Frank is
answer,
such a
Frank?
bitch.
so, but I'm saying I don't know what it is.
Why is it
You're
so
saying-
difficult for
I
him
don't
right
understand.
now?
But I'm saying you're
Alright.
saying if I see it and he's like, I come in peace. What's the first thing I'm gonna say?
Bro,
Where are you
gay-
from?
All
Where
right,
did
you know what?
Okay,
Frank,
there you
that-
go. That actually, that was good, Frank. Good job.
Like,
No, Frank, we're
where
done
did you
listening
come
to you.
from?
Joe,
Where did you
Joe,
come
turn-
from? What do you mean?
Where's
How
the
does that
mute
not
button
make
for
sense
Frank?
what
Can
I'm
we mute
saying?
him?
Can we mute this kid? What is he? All right,
What
like,
would you
listen,
say,
all right,
Danny?
okay, there you go. Where do you come from?
That's what it is. He just wanted us to ask him what he wanted to say. Oh, okay, there you go.
No, but
All
like,
right, you
I'm
asked
ge-
me. Okay, there you go. Now we can say it. Let's unmute him. Dad, what
Where
would
did you
say,
come
Danny?
from? Right. That's the
Daniel,
first thing I would
Please,
ask.
what would you say, Daniel? Tell us.
Frank, we're
Like,
giving
how did you
a
find
hypothetical,
us?
peaceful situation. You get to
Oh.
have a conversation with an
Okay,
extraterrestrial.
so
What
you're
do you
walking
want to know?
out
What you
your
want to
door.
ask them?
All right,
Stop,
so wait, you're
Frank,
walking out your
stop.
door. You see
Frank.
an alien. What would you say?
Where are you from? How did you
Okay.
get
Yeah.
here?
Oh, wait,
Me too.
So
How'd you
where
find
would
us?
Where are you from? And he pulls out
What
an
is your
alien
name?
blaster. What are you gonna do?
Frank, we're not fucking talking about an invasion.
I'm not talking about invasion. How do
Oh
you
my
know he's
God,
not going to be
listen.
confrontational? Why
Because
are
it's
you willing to
hypothetically
just talk
speaking.
to
So
him?
when I'm talking hypothetically, I know that alien that I
So in this
hypothetically made up
hypothetical
is not going to
situation, it's
attack
only
me.
saying that, like, what would you say to talk to him? There's no possibility of saying that something bad could happen when you try to talk to him.
Yes.
No, there could be,
Yes.
but
No,
in
no, no,
my
no,
hypothetical
Joe.
situation,
Joe.
he ain't gonna be like that.
Oh my god!
Bro, you really, I'm getting pissed off now.
I just don't get how that's not a possibility. Like to
It
me,
is a possibility.
It's the
Let's
only
go with
possibility. Like,
Frank. Please, just listen to me, bro. I'm getting serious.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Let's, Linda, listen.
you're getting so frustrated though because you're
Frank,
not
I
like.
just want to.
It's not that big a
bro.
deal. Like all of this is made up conversation either way. So stop letting it bother you.
It's not bothering me, Frank. You're not.
Yeah, but you're not,
continuing the
you're not
conversation.
following along with the
I am,
You
hypothetical.
know what
though.
I'm saying?
I'm
no,
saying-
you're not.
Yes, because I'm saying to you, to me, my point of view is no matter what, I would be worried about in the back of my head. Fuck,
You're
what the
scared.
fuck?
So
Like,
you would be
yeah,
scared
I would
of any type of
automatically
alien.
be
I'm telling
scared. That's what I'm
you-
trying to say
I'm
to you.
telling you, in this situation, that Joe and I are hypo fucking thetically presenting to
The whole
you.
thing is hypothetical. I can't keep saying that.
It's safe. It's safe. We want to
Yeah,
know.
we're
what
telling you
do
this
want
situation
to
is safe.
know?
We
Even
made
if
it up,
it's
so
safe,
we know
I
it's a
wouldn't
safe
feel
situation.
safe. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay,
You're just
well,
not getting it through your
no, we're
drunk
getting
fucking
it, Frank.
mind. No, he got it. He got it 10 minutes
I
ago.
get it now.
You're
If you
still
just
not
said it
getting
like
it.
that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I wouldn't. I would still feel fear no matter what. I would still say to him, or I would still be like, what the fuck? Like, because again, to me, the first time I see him, I'm like, how do I know he's going to be nice? Because if I saw a tiger, I wouldn't think that was going to be nice. So if I saw an extraterrestrial, just because he could fucking talk and communicate to me and he's more intelligent, why would that make me think he's going to be nice? If anything, it would make me think he's going to manipulate me more, make me a prisoner more, or whatever, because he's smarter than me. Because again, I only think that anything that's searching the galaxy is only out to something to benefit itself. If you're out searching for something, it's only because you need something, because you're looking for a resource, because you need something to make yourself better. Otherwise, you would have stayed where you are. So if you're out there looking for something or whatever, why are you going to be nice to whatever? You're going to be confrontational. You're going to want to take whatever you're going to get. That's how people on nomads or pirates or whatever are. That's how things like that act. So for you to say like, oh, they're gonna come here, and what would you say? Like they're gonna come to your door and they're just gonna be nice. They just want to have a conversation. To me, that's unfathomable. That is the thing that is unrealistic. Like how Joe says he doesn't believe in all our conspiracy theories. I could not believe in that because that is just not how in the world of how we live in, it's dog eat dog, it's food chain, it's this and that.
Of
So
Earth.
how could you say that the universe is not like that if Earth is like that? If Earth is like that, everything in the universe is on a greater scale of food chain. We're just not the top of the food chain anymore.
Okay. So not to get off subject, but what do you think an alien would look like?
So now listen, real quick, based on the way
Hypothetically
Frank-
speaking,
I think there could be
if
different
it
ones.
came
Different.
down,
I
what do
think
you
there
think
could
they
be
would
different
even
ones.
Wait,
look
based
like?
on what Frank is believing, I'm thinking that Frank is gonna say that aliens would be in some really crazy, fucked up, scary looking, intimidating form. When in reality, there's a
No,
bunch
not
of different.
necessarily.
Well, hear me
Okay.
out. What
I
if
think
there-
some could look like
wait,
animals and not necessarily like humans.
Okay, but there's also
True.
what I was trying to get at
Didn't think
is
of that.
what Joe's hypothetical situation is that if an alien race came down and on a ship and we're in the woods, they came to us, there's this alien race called the Nordics. They look like humans. They have like long blonde hair. They're tall. They're like 6 foot and higher. They're very sexual and they look like females a lot. Okay. If you get one of those to come off of the ship and they have the same face, blue eyes, and shit like that, why would you automatically think that they're causing harm and they're not trying to help us? The same thing with like the Pleiadians, because there's another form of life called the Pleiadians and the Andromedian aliens. They're in a different galaxy.
There's really a lot
And
of
they're here
different
to
types.
help
I
us.
never
Let's
knew
just
about
call it a
this.
hypothetical. Let's just say that they are here to help us. There are races out there, in my opinion. Joe, you don't believe in it, but we'll go with a hypothetical. Frank, you think they're going to invade, but let's go with a hypothetical. There are other forms out there that are trying to help us be better, who started us as a human race and want to see us continue. Maybe not as human form, maybe an AI, maybe that's our evolution. We go from a fucking mineral to a fish to a fucking
Terminator.
monkey to a fucking human to AI, and consciousness is just transferred through microchip. But what I'm saying is there's got to be some type of race out there that also wants to help us as much as a race doesn't want to help us.
So
Let's
you
go
think
with
it's two
reptilians.
races
I mean,
out
you
there that
could
are
you can
fighting?
only hope so. I
You
mean,
can,
No,
but
I'm
let's just
asking.
say
I'm asking.
for
So you
every
think there's
for every
two?
good there was a bad. For every action there's a reaction.
So I'm
The
asking.
Yeah.
So you
universe is
think?
balanced.
So you think out there that there's two different races that are fighting intergalactically, one to help us, one to harm us? Where's the other race
Yes.
that balances us out then? Because if there's two to everything, then where's our other?
What do you mean?
So if there's
We
a good
could
and a
be a
bad out
planet of
there that
human
are fighting
beings.
against the human race to say like,
Not
oh, one.
against.
Well, I'm saying like one wants to help us, one wants to hurt us.
Right.
That's the two that are out there. Well, for the human race is one. Where's our other? You
In
know what
a
I'm saying?
different
Like you're saying for
universe.
everything, there's two. There's two of everything. Or like
Well, what
whatever.
is
So-
our other? We are the race that they're fighting over.
Yeah,
So
but-
I'm saying there's a good and a bad.
That's
You
the
know what
thing.
I'm
You say
saying?
there's a good and a bad for everything. So
But
like,
that's just like negative and positive. We are a physical being. I'm sorry,
so
we're an
our
energy.
negative and positive energy is aliens fighting over us.
No, it's just what creates the universe and what
So you're
we're
saying
all energy
aliens
and
created us,
consciousness.
definitely.
And
I'm
my-
asking. I'm not
I'm
being a
not-
dick. I'm
well,
honestly
but I'm not
asking like what
saying-
you're trying to say.
I'm not necessarily saying aliens, but I'm saying a higher consciousness created us, and there are other beings in the universe as extraterrestrials.
So like these aliens know what created us and are checking up on us in that sense.
So there's multiple theories. What I do believe, though, is that at one point extraterrestrials were here on Earth in the hieroglyphics with the pyramids and so forth, and helped guide us
And checked
towards
on us and like
evolution
checked back
check
on us and
here
so on.
there. Now,
So not
if-
that they necessarily made us, but they know what made us at
Right,
certain
or-
times and come back to check on us at certain times.
facts or modified us. Now, who's to
Mm.
say in another realm? Hear
I
me
disagree.
out. That's fine.
No, I'm
If
just saying.
somebody-
I just
No,
disagree
I
with
could see
that.
that. I could see that. Listen, this is just what I believe in. You believe in something.
No, I
believe in
get you.
something. In other realms, there are good and evil, for lack of better expansion, and they want to either help guide or control the Earth. Right now, let's just say that let's just say again, Joe, hypothetically, this is going to get into a conspiracy theory, but
yeah.
there's like the Alpha Draconian who are the bad, and they have like they really want to take over the world and enslave the humans. But by doing that, they're infiltrating the world through reptilians and shapeshifters in our government and deep state and shit like that. And that's kind of what I'm getting at as far as like the good versus evil, whereas like the Pleiadians or the Nordics are trying to help gain higher consciousness for the human evolution to jump into the next shift of consciousness. Maybe it is
Okay.
AI, maybe it's not. But at the same time, like there's got to be something else out there. Even if you just break it down to the most simplest negative and positive energy, they're always going to clash.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I agree in the sense of that there has to be something else out there. I mean, in the whole sense of like you're saying negative and positive energy, I don't really believe it like that because a human being isn't made out of negative and positive energy like they're made out of different living microorganisms and all that other
No.
stuff. And like, well, it's a different
Right.
type of like science.
Time
So
out,
like,
one
wait,
second.
wait.
To break it down to the most basic cell, it is a neutron, which is positive and negative energy.
No, a neutron is neutral. Proton is
Electron
positive,
negative.
and a proton is positive. That's what I'm saying. So no,
Correct.
breaking it
But
down.
that's with the most basic cell of an atom. We are negative, positive, and neutral energy.
Oh, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We are as a whole. So as I'm saying, we don't have a negative and a positive past us because our negative and positive is our atoms inside of our bodies. I don't think that means that there's like a positive or a negative
When
out
you
there
can see
fighting.
somebody's aura when you're talking to them, have you ever had that experience, Frank?
Yeah, but that's like a negative or a positive energy for someone. That
Vibes.
doesn't
It's
mean
all
that there's
vibes.
something fighting out there negative and positively in another
There's
galaxy
always,
for
even
them.
on this planet, there's negative and positive energy fighting for
Yeah,
good
but
and evil.
not but
about
not
it.
for that individual being is what
Well,
we're saying.
it's-
You're comparing it to saying that's what I'm saying. You're saying that there's like aliens out there that want to help us and aliens out there that want to hurt us and that there's like fighting over us. And then
Yeah.
you're comparing that to the atoms inside humans of neutrons
I'm
and
just saying that-
protons and electrons. Like
No.
that doesn't compare.
Frank, I'm saying energies as far as like positive vibes and negative vibes, and then the actual physical energy that we
But
are
that's what I'm
made up
saying.
of.
Talking about as
That's why I'm
actual
saying
physical
we're-
science of protons and
of a
neutrons and then
consciousness,
energies,
not-
you can't compare the two. That's what I'm
Of
trying
a
to say.
consciousness, not of an extraterrestrial being. You ever have deja vu? Yes, of course you have a deja vu.
But that's not what we're
It's
talking about. That's what I'm
multiverse.
saying. You keep wanting to talk about multiverse. That's not has nothing to do with what we're saying about with the aliens and whatever. You're going into consciousness, and that's like a totally
No, it
different
kind
thing.
of has something to do with it. I get where he's coming from.
I don't see how it relates.
You got to kind of dig deep down to
We
really
do, but-
relate
all right,
that.
so
to-
based on
You gotta
consciousness,
dig
I'll
deep down
I'll roadside that.
in the thing.
no, he
I
it
think-
is.
No,
He
I
went
think-
deep with that shit. That shit's deep.
I thought
I
when you
think
said
that
that, I
if
thought of
we
that
were
movie
to-
from Billy Crystal, and you gotta dig deep down in the thing.
Was that
But
analyze that?
yeah,
I think
but no,
that-
but I mean, I don't know. I just don't think like because like I said, I feel like you're
Listen, all
comparing
right,
like
but
science to
I get
like
what
a
you're saying.
feeling. You know what I mean? You're
Consciously,
comparing
though.
protons and atoms, or I mean, atoms and protons, neutrons, electrons compared to
Forget
a
that part.
consciousness
Just
or a
forget that
feeling.
part.
You're comparing two different things. I don't see how that relatives.
Relates.
Yeah, relates, relative, whatever. You know what I meant. Whatever.
Oh man, this
You're
has
not the
been a
only one
long
that's been
for
drinking,
Frank.
guy.
So drunk.
You're not the only one that's been drinking, guy. So how about this?
I don't
How
know.
about
man.
Well,
Area
the
I
reason,
just-
wait,
one?
wait, wait. The reason
Why-
why
well,
I'm
we'll put
saying
it this
that
way.
it's consciousness is
I
because
want to
I
get
do
back to
feel that
this.
if
I
we
want
were
to get out
come
of the
into
consciousness.
contact with aliens, would they speak to you or would they talk to you telepathically? Do you think
We
they'd
don't
be able
know
to-
because we haven't seen
Yeah,
them.
No, we
I
don't
don't
know,
know, man.
Frank. I'm fucking asking you.
I don't
Imagine
know
like they
because
could
we
just
haven't
show
seen them.
up
I got
and,
a more
like,
literal
control your
question.
mind and like talk to you through like.
I think
you
they
know?
would be through telepathy, like what Joe's saying. Like in your mind, you'll hear them talk, but they're not going to speak out loud the way you and I are right now.
I think they would be smart enough to have like 5,000 languages in their brain, and they'll just be like, hear us talk or whatever, and be able to be like, oh, and be able to do it, whatever. Because if they made it here, they got to be smart enough to make it here.
But why not just be able to telepathically be like, Frank?
Because
I
Yeah, but what if they're
telepathically is
not-
like a
what if
supernatural
you're
power.
ahead.
Right. What if they're
Being
not
able to talk
telepathic?
telepathically is like a
What if
they're
supernatural
not?
power, but being
Right.
intelligent enough to be able to have enough languages throughout the galaxy and know your language is different because that's talking about knowledge. Telepathic is a supernatural power. You're actually talking about a superpower now.
Well, they're aliens, so. who's
Oh,
to
so
say
they
that
have to
don't
have superpowers. They can't just be smart and just be living creatures. That's what I'm saying.
No,
An
I
alien
guess.
doesn't have to be a
It could be
superpower.
anything.
An alien
we
doesn't have to
don't
be a
know, man. These
Superman
are
or something like
all
that. It could
just
just be something else
creative
that's living
ideas,
something
bro.
else.
There's never been any solid proof of anything. We don't know.
That's
what
not
they
true
would
because that's
actually
what I was
look
going to
like,
ask
and
you. So before Danny
There's
just got
just
into that was
nothing.
going to be my question. How about this for a more literal question and like getting out of that? Area 51. If aliens aren't real, how is Area 51 real?
How is it even a thing?
What do you mean?
gotta hide?
It
What are you
could be
trying to prove?
real if alien. You know, it's
Can I
it's
tell
a
you something?
very
I
popular
think
topic. Are there other?
reptilians in the government working in Area 51 in like the 53rd level, 53rd level down deep into the world in the bottom of the motherfucking desert, working with the government, and they're controlling shit. That's it. That's a fact. I
And they
said
just
it.
stay down there forever and never
Controlling
come
shit,
out.
and they're fucking planning things, and the world is going the way they want because they want control over this shit.
So they are the
Totally,
Illuminati.
totally unrealistic.
The Illuminati is in a bloodline with it, but there's
What's what I'm asking?
there's
The Area 51
shadows,
people,
and
the
there's literally
aliens, they
other
are the
realm
Illuminati.
aliens.
It's all relative. Is that? That's what I'm asking you.
Shapeshifters, man. This
Shapeshifters, bro. You can't compare supernatural beings
Everything.
to humans. You're so weird sometimes.
This is, you know,
That's
what's
that
weird?
multiverse shit that's getting in your head. Because you
Play it.
believe
I know what he's.
I
putting
gotta
to
get
play
into
it.
this. No, I gotta get into this like conspiracy theory stuff, even though it's like a different episode. But like, because he keeps referencing multiverse, and like the multiverse for him is like he said in the other episode, like so other consciousnesses that are happening. So basically, us having this conversation, this episode, at another time, in another genre, and another thing, or like whatever, and like. To me, that part of it is just crazy. Like that's just nuts. To say that there's another Frank Papalardo in another timeline doing other things or whatever that like make me have deja
Listen,
vu and like whatever.
Every
That's
thought
just
you've
nuts.
ever thought is
That's just nuts because
actually
that's like saying
happening
what
in
Joe says
another
is bullshit,
universe.
and there's millions of us out there and we just haven't seen any of them. I believe there's something
Listen.
out there, but I don't think there's that many things out there that are all duplicating what we're doing a million times over. No way.
We're gonna have look. There's too much to talk about multiverse. I can't get into that right now. We're gonna stick with aliens at this point. Listen, the bottom
Because
line
Danny
is,
could
I
explain
think that
multiverse for 17 hours because that's what it would take to understand a multiverse.
it's just it. We're not gonna get into multiverse when we're talking about extraterrestrials right now.
We are already into both of them, so
I'm
too
also,
late.
I don't have that much left. We have.
I'm
to,
already out. Can I not even lie to you? I can't believe I'm going to say this on the podcast, but I'm that drunk. I couldn't get up to go pee while we were talking, so I finished my bottle of gin and then I peed in the bottle of gin while we were recording.
Frank Papalato, everybody.
The fuck is wrong with
It
you?
was empty. It was empty, and I had to go, and I didn't want to get up to go to the bathroom and stop the episode. So I was like, "Fuck it," and I just
Exactly why he's a specialist of absolutely.
If you want to
nothing.
rewind back in the episode, you could see where I like looked down and like I peed in the bottle under the table. I couldn't hold it. But I got nothing else to drink now because I got no more gin in my glasses.
So basically, Joe, you don't believe in aliens, but you would
just
be
don't, bro.
excited if you saw.
I would be excited, absolutely. But you know, if someone shows me something, man, and if someone can even explain while over 80 years of footage, everything's always just you can't. There's no clear
It's grainy.
anything.
There's no.
It's
but
just
now-
why though? Why?
Listen,
Today
man,
we have the best
Yes and no.
technology
Yes and
we've
no.
ever
I see where
seen,
you're
man.
going.
Especially when it comes to like
Yeah, but that-
recording and videos and
to play like
pictures and
controversial, like to play
It's
on
just-
Danny's side, that
it's all
doesn't mean that's
bullshit.
the best technology out there.
Mm,
Like I'm not saying that we're not the smartest, but it doesn't mean that we are.
yeah,
listen. There's been a lot of UFO sightings that
a
things have been
lot,
called
man.
as
Bro.
like weather balloons, or it's mistaken, or it's grainy and shit like that. But
Flashing
us,
lights
so-
in the
for
sky.
so many years now, this has been a thing where people have actually recorded. There are some things on YouTube that it may look blurry. Don't get me wrong, Joe, but at the same time, it either moves fast or quick or apart, and it comes from first there's 6, then there's 13, then there's 1, then there's 2, and it zooms across. You got to just understand that even if it is grainy, it's a phenomenon that is unexplainable. It's flying in the air and it's not human.
Well, even
That's the
you
bottom
guys
line.
like to go off on like weirder, like outside theories and stuff like that. I like to try and keep it more like
In
realistic.
your
Like
fucking
even
living room.
well, I say like even like when we're talking about like fiction, like I always liked like Sons of Anarchy or like Iron Man was my favorite Marvel because it's like the most realistic of the fiction. It's something that could possibly still
It's more relatable than all the other things.
exactly. So to me, my thing is like with aliens and stuff like that, like humans, right? Humans that are cops and need to learn more about an investigation. What do? They pull a stake out. So to me, yeah, we may not be seeing them because what if they're just staking us out? Like if they're out
really good
there,
at being
And they
if
haven't
they're out there and
slipped
they
up
could
once,
travel, I'm
not
saying
even once.
if they're out there and they could travel, what about like cloaking?
Film.
Well, I'm saying
Okay.
if they're wait, because if they're out there and they could travel, Joe, what about like cloaking? They could be like totally cloaking their ships or
are,
like
but
whatever and be around
invisibility.
But what I'm
observing us
saying is
forever, and
there's
we
no
wouldn't even know
mistake.
it.
They weren't cloaked and like ran into something or
Yeah,
did
but that's
something
Yeah,
that they
Area
I mean,
weren't
51.
put it
supposed
this way:
to.
how
Crash
many
Or,
landing in
stakeouts?
Roswell.
How many stakeouts have gone successful compared to how many that have gone bad?
I'm
When
just
you're on a
saying
stakeout,
how
when
many
you're
you got to do
think about
80
it though.
years of staking out
But I'm
without
saying,
making an
But 80
appearance.
we
years
don't
to
know how
them
long it
is
takes
like
to
maybe
discover a
15
human
minutes to
race. Like
us.
we're comparing it to about like an FBI case because that's what a stakeout is and like whatever. So a case may only take days or hours or months or like whatever they stake out, whatever. How many cases on a stakeout have been confirmed to help compared to that have hurt them to where they've been discovered? I'm sure probably more that helped them than hurt them because otherwise they wouldn't keep doing it, right? So if you're talking about now they're staking us out in like an alien form, yeah, I'm sure there's more cases where like they stake out planets to where like they stay hidden to where they get discovered because we're not looking for them. We don't know they're looking for us right there. So like they're just staying hidden in the shadows, just observing. And again, we don't know how long it takes to discover a human race and what it is about every little side before they want to come say hello. So how do we know how long it takes for them to discover us, whatever? It could be till the year 5000 or 5020 or whatever, you know what I mean? But however long it takes them, yeah, it's definitely possible that they could be there and like do that and be like staking us out. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not opposed to that. And that is under the assumption again, and what's the word you guys kept using?
Hypothetically.
Hypothetical, saying
Yeah.
that they are obviously smarter.
Don't use quotations.
Don't air quote me,
Hypothetical
Joey.
is quotations.
I still don't know how to use the air quotes. No, but saying that like that they are that would assume that they are smarter than us and have that higher intelligence of saying that they're out there and you know what I mean and could be perfect
All
and
right.
whatever.
So let me ask you a question. Let's just say, hypothetically, you were abducted by aliens. Do you think anybody would believe you if you come
Can you
back and
believe
you
there's
tell
been a
them-
lot of reports of people
Right.
saying that they've been abducted? Imagine actually being abducted. Like these people are actually telling the truth, and we're all like, yeah, this fucking guy's a psycho.
Well, see, that's the thing. Now, people don't believe people because they don't believe it. Like you
Well,
and
people don't believe them because they haven't seen it. Like, so it's like
Right.
basically saying, like, if
So
I
now-
had an
alright,
anal probe put
here
in
we
me
go.
last night and then tomorrow I call you guys and I'm like, bro, this fucking happened to me. You'd be
I
like,
would
bro,
say
you were
Frank's losing
dreaming.
his shit.
Yeah, you'd be like, bro, you were
You drank
dreaming
too
or
much,
you're
Frank.
losing your shit or like, okay, can we call a
Okay.
psych ward for Frank? Like, that's how that would
All
go.
right,
You
so
know what I mean?
listen, we've
Because
known
they
each other
didn't
for
see
how
it.
long?
That's like
All
going
of
back to the
us.
theory of Joe's theory saying, like, if I haven't seen it, it's not out there because sharks are documented. So that's why I know they're there.
So let's go back. We know each other for how long? 12 years, right? Just about each one of us.
Why you put my business out on the street?
Because this is what I'm getting. If I had to deal with your shit for 12 years, let's just say fucking the weekend comes and I come to you
The
Saturday
weekend,
morning.
yo, I would be like, can I get your autograph?
Chill.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Let's say it's Saturday morning and I call you up like, yo, I need to grab breakfast. And we get breakfast. And I'm like, dude, I gotta tell you some fucking shit. Last night I was abducted by aliens. I was at so and so and blah 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 with who and this and that. And I fucking came home. I closed my eyes. The next thing I know, an alien came into my window, brought me into their spaceship, took me up into space, blah blah blah, and then brought me back. And now today it feels like I slept for 3 days, but it's really only been 6 hours. What the fuck?
I
Would you
be like,
believe me?
Danny,
Would
Would
you
you at a
believe
party
me?
last night? Did someone give you a little piece of paper that was shaped like a square,
Fucking
some type of
wish I had a
gummy
paper that
thing?
shit.
or like did someone make you eat? That's what I would ask you. I'd be like, Danny, did you
psychedelic.
have anything last night?
I'm
Like,
like, listen, I came home from work. I came into my bed. I fell asleep. And then I woke up in the middle of the night and there was something in my room. It took me with me and it went up. And I'm gone. But based on the 12 years that I know you, would you generally believe me? Or would you think that I'm bullshitting you?
I wouldn't think you were bullshitting me, but I would think you mentally lost it, like Joe said. Like I would be like,
So
oh,
you
he
think I'd
lost
be
it.
crazy? Okay. So you think I go crazy? It's
Because
that
like he said,
far-fetched
that's
for
how
you?
people are and that's how humans are. Like we would be like, oh, if majority hasn't seen it or most people haven't seen it or nothing was factual to be proven or you couldn't show me anything to prove that anything happened to you last night, I'm gonna be like, Danny, you're losing it because you look normal right now and nothing happened. You're
Right. If
okay.
nothing's out of the ordinary,
You know what I
and
mean? Like
Okay,
if
so
you didn't
now
have
here
an
we go.
antenna sticking out of your
Here we go.
asshole, like
That's some
I'd be like,
bullshit.
bro, you're
so
okay.
like the first thing I
Okay.
would ask you if you told me that, I'd be like, so what now?
Yeah, like show me. Like,
okay,
can you show
so-
me anything to
Well,
validate?
not even
like,
that. Just
now-
like what do you think's gonna happen now?
All right,
Like
so let's
they
just
got
say-
you, they
let's
abducted
just
you,
say they
tested
abducted
you.
me,
Now what?
and I came to you guys and we had breakfast, and I was like, dude, I've been scratching my arm all fucking day. I don't know
Why
what's
does
going
he
on.
have to keep saying we're having breakfast?
Because I want breakfast. I'm hungry. I want French,
Yeah,
fucking
he's thinking
French
about
toast.
breakfast.
I'm scratching my arm, and I go home, and I'm like, holy shit! And I see something red, and I pluck it out with tweezers, and a fucking metal chip comes out, and I take a picture of it, and I send it to you, and then we hang out for lunch, and I get pancakes. And then I'm like, look, this came out of my fucking skin because I was abducted last night, and this is a microchip planted in me. Then would
I
you
mean,
believe
that-
me? Then would you
Yeah,
believe
I
me?
would
Well, then
start.
I'd be like, dude, where did this come from? What happened? Like, blah blah blah. Yeah,
Right, I would
totally
have
believe you,
more
'cause you'd have
questions and
proof.
start
Motherfucker wants to
believing.
know.
Well, because you'd have proof, you'd have something to validate whatever. If you just walked
Right.
up to me and you were like, bro, last night
So
these
you
people
think I'm
came into
crazy
my
on
house or
Friday,
this
but
thing.
Saturday when I
No,
told
but
you, when I
listen,
showed
listen,
you, I'm all
listen.
good.
Friday
Good.
you come up to me and
'cause
you're
now
like,
showed
yo,
me something,
Frank.
and I'm like, holy shit, this is
Yeah.
real.
Friday you come up to me and you're like, yo, Frank, last night when I was sleeping, something came up and like stuck something in me. And like, I don't know, and be like, Danny,
I'd be
where is it?
skeptical.
Show me.
Say
And
anal
you'd be like, yo, it's
probes.
right here. And I'd be like, I don't see nothing. Yo, but it was right there. Like, blah, blah, blah. And then Saturday, you're like, see, here's the fucking chip. I told you, like, blah, blah. I'd be like, okay, well, what do we do now? Like, because you showed me something that's different. Like, you validated.
Validated it, right.
Like Joe said, it's like a documented thing, but only because exactly with something like that, it's the majority
You
of the
want proof.
fact where like there
Now-
has not been proof. So for something like that, for someone to believe, they need proof because majority shows that there is no proof.
There's the next question. What
And
do
it's
you do
just-
next? Who do you tell? Where do you go?
Well, wait, before we
So you
answer
get
that,
abducted,
because
you
I
come
want to
back.
get back to that. I do. I want to say that. But I was going to say, because Joe was saying before, so like it comes more back. Oh, fuck, I lost it. Damn it. Because I was going to say it comes back to, oh my God, damn it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. Fuck.
Frank blew a circuit.
Way
Damn
to
it.
go.
No, because what did I just say?
Frank Blue Circuit. All right. Well, who do you go to? Where do you go about it?
I don't know, man. Because
You
think
know,
about it. If
you're
you go
gonna
to the
tell the
cops, they're
police
gonna be like,
you
all
trust.
right, kid,
They're
get,
gonna be like, yeah,
get
fucking
fucking
right.
lost.
You
What
What are you
Let's
gonna
say
do?
someone
Go
you
to the
trust.
White House? Be like, I need to talk to the president.
No, you
What
wouldn't
are
go to
they
someone
gonna
like
do?
that.
Laugh
You wouldn't
at
go to
you.
someone like that because especially even if they did believe you, whatever, it would be
Let's
like
say you go to
testing or
your
whatever,
county
or if they didn't
police.
believe you, they put you in a crazy place or like whatever. You go to someone you trust. But even if
What can be done? Nothing. What will be
Right,
done?
but I
Nothing.
trust Danny. So if I come to Danny because I trust him, what's he gonna do?
I'm gonna put that shit on YouTube and tell everybody you got dicks in your ass. JK, it's really a probe.
oh my God.
No, I would believe you, and I would, bro. Like, see, that's some shit. Do you want to tell people, or do you want to keep it on your own? Do you?
If
tell,
it was me, I'd
who
want
do
to
you
keep it on
tell?
my own because I wouldn't want people to look at me like crazy. Or
No,
like
I would say something
people
to
would alienate you. Like
somebody.
you don't know. Yeah, I would say something to somebody, but again, somebody I trust. I wouldn't be telling everybody. I wouldn't be like, oh, check this out. Yo, this was put in me last night. I don't know what this is, but check it out.
Let's say you came back and there was a tattoo on your back with this with a map to like the next best world that humanity could get to in like a fucking year, hypothetically.
Again, someone I trust. I'd be like, yo, where the fuck did this come from? I don't know what happened. And then they
Overnight,
probably
you
look at me
wake
and
up
be
and
like,
that
yo,
shit's
you were
on your
probably
back.
drunk last night. Went to a tattoo parlor and be like,
Nah.
nah. It's just it's hard to say unless it's proven. Like it's
True.
hard.
Would
to-
you go to the news? Would you
Like
tell
I
the
know, like if
news?
anything like that happened, I would go to Danny because Danny automatically believes in that stuff. And as soon as I told him, he'd be like,
That's a
"But
big
what
fuck you in the
happened?"
face.
But like, no, but I'm saying like you would because you automatically believe in that stuff like to the fullest. So you'd be like, yo, but tell me more and like this and that. Whereas like I probably wouldn't go to Joe for something for most of that stuff because he'd be like, yo, well, I'm saying you'd be like, tell me more.
Yeah.
Joe would be like, show me how I can know that's true. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the difference. So
Yeah.
like going to someone
Well,
again would be someone you trust, someone that
So
would
that's the
believe
difference
you.
with belief.
You know, it all comes down to like exactly
Joe
who
doesn't
believes
think
what.
aliens exist. But Joe, do you believe in aliens, or do you want to believe aliens exist?
Well, he said it earlier. He hopes that they exist, but he
I
doesn't
mean,
believe
yeah,
that they're out there.
right. I'm not. I don't want to say like, oh, I'm a fan of aliens, like, and then being real, but like, I'm somebody who, I believe, like, all right, if there's aliens, the idea of it, absolutely. But like, do I believe that they actually exist and they're out there somewhere right now? Just no.
So you have faith, and you want.
I do have faith. Yeah, I would like to believe, but
So I'm gonna say that basically, you're kind of hoping that there is, don't believe that there is, but now if they are, do you think you would be able to convince us, or do you think you would just be like, "Fuck it, I'm not telling anybody"?
No, I would tell people. I would not keep that a secret to myself.
All right. So would you say that based throughout this conversation that we've just had, have Frank and I been able to convince you that there's a possibility of
No,
life somewhere
not even
else?
at all.
Motherfucker. Okay.
I'm not even trying to be a dick.
I laughed
Like-
because he didn't
like,
even let him finish, and Danny always gets
No.
mad when we don't let him finish. And I
There's
love
been
it.
anything that's been
Alright,
talked
well
about
then,
tonight that's made me change
We
my
have
mind. Ain't no
failed at
way.
convincing you that there is extraterrestrial life forms, but I want to get into something else at another time.
Hold on,
at
wait.
another time.
Back up.
'cause
Don't
it's
include
getting-
me in that because I didn't want to convince him that there was
No,
extraterrestrial
I
life
didn't either.
forms.
But
I just
he
wanted
said it in
to
the
put him
beginning
the
of
hope
he said it
of
in the
that there
beginning of the
could be
episode.
out there. And
No,
like I
yeah,
said,
definitely.
and like I said to
life
him, he
forms.
does hope that they're out there, but he doesn't believe that they actually are until he sees them. We believe that they are before we see them. That's just a different type of humans that we are. Like there's different people that could say, "Hey, I believe they're out there. Hey, I don't believe they're out there." But then in those two groups of people, the people that say, "No, I don't believe," or the people that say, "I do believe," in the do believers, there's the people like us that say, "Yo, we believe it now because we haven't seen anything," but there kind of just has to be because of this and this and this because of our feelings. But then there's people like Joe that's like, well, if you can't show me that stuff, then I haven't seen it yet. So no, it's not there. But if it is there,
But
then great. Then when you
I'm
show
not
me or
like that
whatever-
on I'm not like that on everything. But when it comes to something like so
when it comes to something in space,
like this,
where
like,
you
yeah,
know, when there's
aliens
90%
in
of space.
space, I don't know.
No, I get it. Like you're in a room and 90% of it is this much space and 2% of it is where people are. So that's the only thing that could possibly be there. I get it. That's the only thing that could possibly be. I get it.
I don't
That's
look
it.
at it that
Only
way.
throw a baseball to second base.
There's no
not to
possibility of
Asia.
anywhere else in that space. I get it. It's cool.
Simple.
Oh.
Listen, guys, I love you. I'm exhausted.
Nah, I love you guys.
We
went
have
long
really
tonight.
hit a lot of good points here. I want to thank you guys both for sharing your opinions. Do we all agree? Absolutely not. But that's for another time, another
I
topic.
thought he was gonna say
another
absolutely. I was gonna be like,
situation.
what?
No.
Not me.
No.
We definitely all
Um,
agreed differently.
I
But
want to hear what you guys have to say. We got to get into other specific topics at another time.
yeah. Please,
Again,
guys,
thank
keep
you.
letting us know what you guys want to hear.
Yeah, thank you very much to all of our followers. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Follow, subscribe, follow, share, all that
good
stuff. YouTube,
Um,
Facebook, Instagram, you know the deal. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you guys want to hear. Communicate with us. Be on the lookout. We have been talking about we're gonna do a Facebook Live episode. It will be coming out hopefully soon. So we will do a random Facebook Live episode. We're gonna let you guys know in advance when it's gonna come out, so you guys can stay tuned to see us.
We
I
appreciate the
believe-
feedback.
Yep, I believe it will be through Facebook. We might be able to do Facebook and YouTube at the same time if we do it on the
We could
different
probably
devices.
do Instagram, TikTok as well. We'll hook it
So
up.
we'll see what's
We're
up.
gonna
but
do
we'll let-
something live coming up, so you
we'll
guys
let you
can
guys
get your
know.
questions in, talk to us, be with us, be part of the show.
Keep on track on our Facebook page because that's like our most informative. We've had the most followers there so far. So a lot of our updates and stuff really come through there where people could see us or comment on us and stuff like that. So for our live episode in general, I'll probably put a lot of our stuff through there. I will put it through our other stuff, but you could probably see it the easiest through there. And yeah,
We'd
thank
love
you
to
guys
hear if
again.
you guys believe in aliens or you think that we're alone in this whole fucking
You know,
universe.
it
like
might be
Joe over
only
here.
crazy one,
Honestly,
like-
we might be the only one.
No,
Guys,
give us a comment. Like we've had a couple
That's
comments, like
it.
even on the microdosing episode, we had that guy that put a couple crazy long comments in or whatever. But give us what you guys think, please, because
Shout out
even
to
if
Jill. Thank you.
we would love to have an episode to where like we touch on some comments of what you guys said for the episode. You know, we can have our next following episode be something on the comments you touched on and talk about that more before getting into another topic or getting into something different. So definitely.
Thanks again, everybody. Have a good night from yours truly, Specialist Nothing.
Out.
Signing out.
See everyone later.